I don't know if you'll ever see someone pull a SpongeBob phone case out of a Louis V bag.
Did you know that Squidward could actually like sing for real? He just didn't like the campfire song. He didn't like the campfire song.
I'm Maddie.
I'm Z, Ajani.
It girls. Maddie Brezowitz and Ajani Teeler.
I'm lit girl. Podcast with a couple it girls.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm lit girl. Podcast with a couple it girls.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the It Girls podcast. I'm Z, and that's Brez, and we're sharing stories of winning women. And we've had the opportunity to win a couple national championships and some SEC championships. One national championship. And we know that there's more to us than what our sports are. And so we're here to talk about the sports of winning women. And our first It Girl of tonight is Rhyne Howard. She needs no introduction. And if we tried to list all of her accolades, it would take all 35 minutes. So we're not going to do that. Rhyne is checking in from Belgium right now.
Hey, everybody. It's great to be on.
Ryan, I was telling Z, normally like we do list whoever the guests like accolades are. And I started writing them down and I'm like, dude, like we have a limited time. Like we can't say all these awards. Like, it is insane. It is literally insane.
Not possible. Yeah. I have like this 2 sticky notes in front of me right now. If I would try to write those all down, I would have had 10 sticky notes. And so we were trying to figure out like which ones are most important. And there are none that are most important. They're all insane and things that no one has ever done before. So we're just like, we'll probably just leave them out. But what are your favorite accolades? You go.
I'll just say that.
National Freshman of the Year, SC Freshman of the Year, 2-time SC Player of the Year, SC Championship. I'll say those are the top.
That's crazy.
Z, let's talk about the SC Championship.
Oh my God. I can't even mimic what Dre said after she hit the ball. I saw it.
It's one of those. Let it go. It's one of those moments where like I remember exactly where I was. Like it's like one of those things where you're like, I literally know who I was with, where I was, what I was doing, watching. If for our audience who don't know, like Kentucky, what'd you guys come seated as in the tournament?
What were we, like 6 maybe? We had one bye because we played 4 days. So we had one bye. So maybe 6.
Okay.
Or maybe like 8.
So, I mean, it's probably better if you explain it, but you guys came in seated at 6 and then like it was a close game with South Carolina, right?
Yeah. So we came in seated pretty low. So we had a single bye. But we had 4 games in 4 days, which consisted of LSU, Tennessee, and then South Carolina being the top, and we also played Mississippi State. But fast forward to the championship, it's like we're down like double digits in the third, and we come together. We're like, all right, we're not losing this game. Like let's be for real. And so it gets down to like the last minute or so, and we're going like we've brought it back, tied it up. We're going back and forth. We go down, foul. And she misses a free throw, so we're like, all right, she missed it. We're about to win, like, of course. So go into timeout, drop the play. I'm like, Dre, like, shoot that bitch, like, just let it fly. At the end of the day, something good's gonna happen. Like, we're not losing. Like, this is our game. So we drop the play. I get double teamed, like nobody else is open. Dre's wide open at the top of the key, lets it go. It happens in slow motion, like movie type of deal. Everybody's like following the ball, like. So
I just remember
it goes in. Everybody goes
video
crazy.
Of LZ just jumping up and down until everyone's telling you guys, get back on D, get back on D. And everyone's jumping up and down. Dre's celebrating, pumping her chest. I'm like, oh my gosh. It was a surreal moment.
Yeah, nobody, like only a few of us cared about defense, but it was like, they're not about to score. Like,
no.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was crazy. But what a cool way to go out too with an SEC championship.
Yeah.
So rewind a little bit, Ryan. Obviously we know more about you. But tell the audience where you're from, kind of how you grew up, and then obviously how you got to Kentucky too. Cause there were, at least when we were there, quite a few Tennessee girls. So I don't know if like you all just like migrate to Kentucky or what happens, but yeah, just like tell us about your life.
So I was born in Chattanooga, Tennessee. But my hometown as of right now is Cleveland, Tennessee, which is only about 30 minutes. But I've been all over because my brother's dad was military. So I've lived in a bunch of states. I always played basketball wherever. Mom played basketball. basically everybody in my family. My mom coached me all the way up until high school until she decided like she wanted to be more of a mom than a coach.
Fair.
And then with the Tennessee girls, especially with the last few that we had in me, Jazz, and Treasure, we had all grown up together right in Chattanooga, played together all the way up until high school. Even in high school with AAU, we played together. And so me and Jazz are same class. Treasure's 2 years below us. And, you know, Jazz always loved Tennessee. Like that was her dream school when we were growing up. And so she went there. I went to Kentucky. Obviously, I had a lot of other options, but I felt like Kentucky was the best place that felt more like home and was more accessible for my family to come see me. But then, like, my junior year when Treasure was a recruit, I was like, yeah, like, come play with me. Like, I know you miss me. Like, me and her were closer than close. Like, I still talk to her. I still talk to Jazz even now. And so I knew Jazz, like, she was having a tough time at Tennessee, and I knew that. So I was like, I mean, you could always come and, you know, reunite the family back together and, you know, we'll have a great time here. And so just getting her there and just being able to add that extra sense of home and like somebody that you grew up with onto the team and, you know, have that connection improved our play because we had already knew each other. And taking it to everybody else, it was like, we're already close as it is, but even having that made it better and made it just more fun because we were doing it for us and like not anybody else.
Yeah.
Right.
That's awesome.
That's so cool. I did not know that you all were from the same hometown. I had no. Did you know that, Z?
I knew you and Jazz. I didn't know you and Treasure.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah. Okay. Backtrack a little bit. I want to talk about your mom. And
of course, she wants to talk about your mom.
You know, me and your mom are like this now. Like at this point, we're tied in forever. Yeah, but talk about like the influence she had on you playing basketball. I guess I didn't know that your mom played also. I knew she coached you, but I didn't know she played, and you followed that around.
Yeah, she played at the University of Florida. So my dream school was always Florida, but you know, she never pressured me to be like, I want you to follow my footsteps type of deal. It was more like, whatever you do, I'm gonna support it. But just having her like as my coach, as that person to look up to, knowing that she had, you know, done the path that I had already wanted. Like she was on the Olympic team way back when. And so I knew that listening to her would get me in a good place. And just, she always sacrificed so I could have the best and so that I could achieve what I've achieved and, you know, do what I've done thus far. And, you know, we've moved, like some of the times we moved, it was so I could have a better basketball experience. Like from middle school to high school, we moved from Chattanooga to Cleveland so I could be on one of the best teams in the state. And so just having her there, like I can always go to her and like, she knows what she's talking about. You know, sometimes you have parents that are just like, yo, you need to be playing more, like you need to do this and that. No, she like is legit and like I'll listen to her, like even when she makes me mad, like saying like what I did bad in the game, like at the end of the day, she's still right.
All right, I didn't know your mom was an Olympian. That makes I should have been asking her for a picture. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
she has her little bronze medal.
Wow,
what
little bronze medal?
Yeah, what? Taylor, you gotta tell the story about the autograph.
Oh God, I don't even remember the story. Ryan can probably tell it better than I can. But Ryan was out after a game with her family, and I walked by, and her mom just looks at me and was like, "Oh my God, is that Taylor? Is that Taylor?" And I'm like, "Oh my goodness." And
she's like, "Is that my favorite?" I was like, "Here you go."
Next time I saw her, she had a picture of me printed out and wanted me to sign it. Now I'm feeling lucky that I signed it. Now I guess I was the one that should ask for a picture. That's crazy.
It always happens like that too. Z's gonna hate this comment, Ryan, but like Z is like all the parents' favorite, all the boyfriends' favorites. Like she's in her phone. She's got all of our parents, all our moms, all our dads, all our boyfriends. We're like, bro, how are you ever?
Don't say boyfriends like that.
Whose relationship is it? Like,
don't say boyfriends like that. I'm not poaching my teammates' boyfriends. I'm just, I don't know. I don't know. He's got.
So. That's awesome though, Ryan. I mean, my dad, he's a varsity basketball coach. So like I grew up around basketball and around a coach my whole life. And, you know, I think he coached my brother too. And so it was like, it was always great for him coaching my brother until it got to a point and it was like, this can be tough. You know, my brother would get kicked out of practice. He'd come home. They're both pissed at each other. I'm like, yeah, this is what you get.
Being a coach's kid is always the hardest because they're always coming for you.
For
It's
sure.
better being a coach's kid or being the kid of someone that thinks they're your coach and they're just not. That's my dad. It's like, bro, you're not my coach. Stop yelling at me.
I'm like, okay, what would you do?
Yeah, right. Give it to me. Ryan, switch gears a little bit. So speaking of Olympian, you are a 3-time Olympian, correct? Well, gold medalist.
Gold medalist.
Yes. Okay.
3
Right. I
times.
should explain that. So explain how, like, because we obviously have, USA volleyball, and Z's been a part of that track a little bit, but talk about what it looks like for basketball and kind of like the relationships I'm sure you've been able to build through that and what that's looked like.
So with USA basketball, like we'll have a training camp like months before the competition, and then if you make the team, like they'll bring everybody who was like invited or, depending on the age, like if you chose to come, and then they do cuts all along, and then they choose a team at the end of the training camp, and then you'll go home, do whatever, and then come back like a week or two, maybe 2 weeks before the competition actually starts to train some more and, get that sense of being on a team with a bunch of other people who you don't see every day. And so my first time with USAB was summer of freshman year. So I went to like training camp in maybe like April or something. And so I would come do the summer workouts. God bless them. And then leave towards the end.
God bless them.
And go participate in USAB. And the first one is in Mexico City, Mexico. And we won gold. And I got MVP of that. So that was great. And especially because like my first experience at USA, like I was just happy to be there. Like
Yeah,
right.
I was just there for the people because like this is great. But also having USA across your chest is like something that you cannot take advantage of.
that's an insane experience. I have not played on that level, I guess. And we absolutely did not medal when I played, but I played for USA my freshman year. And same thing, I went and I was like, wow, I'm just really happy to be here. I didn't play very much, but the experience was like out of that world. Like, especially it's weird. Every country really hates America. Like we would play, it didn't matter who we were playing. Everyone in the building was rooting against us. So it was just like so fun. And honestly, like a lot of pride, more pride than I've ever felt being from here. So it was awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. All right.
So cool.
I want to get away from basketball real quick, Ryan. And I want to talk about your obsession with SpongeBob. Like for the audience, like I don't know, like if I can even really, like explain to you guys, her phone case is SpongeBob.
Oh wait, I gotta turn the door on.
Like she can probably recite like 90% of the episodes. Like she knows everything about this TV show.
100%. Like
What?
I have a scenario for literally everything.
Oh my God.
Wait, okay.
And it makes it better because my phone is blue, so that's the sky.
Oh my God. So Ryan was in Lexington last week or a couple weeks ago, and she was sitting in the training room with me and our trainer, Katie Poole. And Ryan comes in and she's like, Gucci down. She's got the Louis V crossbody and everything. She sits down on the couch.
She's calling you out right now.
She pulls out of her Louis V. She pulls out of the Louis V crossbody the SpongeBob phone case, and Katie Poole said, "I don't know if you'll ever see someone pull a SpongeBob phone case out of a Louis V bag." That's crazy. That's crazy.
1 in a million.
One in
a million.
So have you
That's
been watching
like when you
SpongeBob?
were young?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my mom both love it. Like we would have like the CDs and everything.
God, we were talking about it in the training room. Ryan was like, "Yeah, the new episodes are kind of weird." I was like, "Bro, I didn't know SpongeBob was still making new episodes."
No.
Yes, they do. Did you know that Squidward could actually like sing for real? He just didn't like the campfire song. He didn't like the campfire song. He can actually sing a little bit.
Wait, what do they stream it on?
So over here, like, there's Netflix. I mean, obviously there's Netflix. There's SpongeBob on Netflix over here.
Okay. I was gonna say.
But I was watching on my Fire Stick, and so I just have a 24/7 SpongeBob channel that I'll put on.
My gosh.
And it just plays SpongeBob.
Crazy.
That's
Like
so funny.
the chocolate. You know that lady.
They're selling chocolate.
She can fight. Like she was out of the wheelchair with a boxing glove on.
Hey, okay. Who's your favorite SpongeBob character?
SpongeBob.
Is that who you resonate with the most? You feel like?
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
after.
You're both pretty happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly, I feel like I'm not contributing to this conversation. I don't think I've watched SpongeBob since I was like in first grade. Like, I maybe, we never even watched Nick. We were like big Disney people, you know?
Oh,
That's sad.
Yeah.
That is sad.
I know. It is sad. I was let down. Okay, so going off of that, you were like an art major in college, right?
Yes.
And you are like super talented when it comes to drawing and I don't know what else, just like art in general. Like,
yeah, I mainly like to draw, but I did have to take like video classes and like Photoshop classes. So like I'm using Procreate now.
Oh my gosh.
oh my God, Z's breaking out in hives right now. It's her classes.
I'm in a web publishing design class right now. And I thought I was like a tech savvy person. Like I can figure it out on the fly. If I look down from this professor for 1 second, I am lost for like 10 minutes. It's crazy. I hate it. I need your help. I need to be calling you up.
Yeah, I had a web design class and it was me and Darcy. I know Darcy.
Yeah.
That's why we slept like every day.
You skipped?
No, we slept.
Even
Because
worse.
like we would both
no
be coming from morning practice. And especially if we had like presentations, you turn the lights off. It'd be like this, wake up.
Speaking of Darcy, she's killing it at Howard. Sidetrack. I want to talk about, first, I want you to answer this question. Who is your favorite NBA player?
Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson.
Okay, we knew that, didn't we?
I knew that. I did know that. Now,
what? Wait, time out. Ryan, what? Didn't something happen with Klay Thompson?
He sent
I'm
you
not
a
making
video.
this up,
Yeah,
right?
he sent me a video asking me to marry him.
Asking.
Okay. That's how rumors get started, really. That's how rumors get started.
Okay. Next question. It's not a question. I just want to talk about your relationship with Kevin Durant. It's crazy. Kevin Durant, first of all, he's been like super big advocate for WNBA players. He loves women's basketball. He's like tweeting at Stewie and tweeting at Candace Parker, like come to New York, all this stuff. Then he left for Arizona. But like talk about your relationship with him and like how that works. That's really awesome.
Yeah, so obviously after Klay it'd probably be KD, but it had been brought to my attention that like I was one of his favorite players. And I was like the Kevin Durant like loves me. And so I was home on a break and I went to a game where they were playing the Nets and I DM'd him. I was like, I think I need to meet you like officially. So can I come down? And he was like, yeah. Like I'll send somebody for you. And so came down and, you know, we talked a little bit and he's very chill, like very nice. And we talked a little bit and ended up taking that picture. You know, I tried to get him to do a TikTok with me, like of his little locker room dance, and he like does his feet and it's like, but he was too tired. But yeah, so I texted him not too long ago saying like, I guess I have to, you know, replace my Nets jersey with a Suns jersey. And he was like, yeah, LOL. And he was like saying that he was going to try to get to some of our games and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Cool.
I can't really comprehend like DMing Kevin Durant.
And him responding. And him
that's
responding.
A different level. Yeah. No, absolutely. That's the bigger part. Him just casually being like, yeah, it's Ryan. Let me respond.
Yeah.
That's really crazy.
I thought you were going to say he asked you to marry him as well, but no.
No. Okay, but on my picture on Instagram, somebody commented and was like, "Does Klay know?"
That's awesome.
If Klay asked you to marry him right now, you would say yes.
100%.
That's how I feel about
so long.
That's how I feel about Steph Curry. I would say yes.
And Travis Kelce, Ajani.
Me and you, like we could be the sisters of the Splash Brothers.
Yes, the Splash Sisters. I'm not a Splash Sister. You could be the Splash Sister, and I'm just there. Like I'm perfectly good just going to y'all's games.
How did Klay Thompson know that you were obsessed with him?
Well, I think that like he sent me the video for senior night, or when I had got like 2,000 points or something. I think
which is like wild.
Our people, I think like Evan or them like reached out to him, and basically tell him like she loves you, like it'll be like it'd make her day if you send a video type stuff. So I DM'd him too, and he responds. Last time we talked, it was for his birthday. I told him happy birthday.
Oh my gosh. Is he single?
That's crazy.
He better be. Or he's cheating.
Or he's about to be.
Wait, I bet Ryan knows the answer to this question. I don't know why I know it, but Ryan, what's his dog's name?
Rocco.
That's correct. I knew she would know it.
Is it the kind of dog you like, Z?
No, it's a bulldog, English bulldog.
Oh.
But we can work with it. If he likes it, I love it.
Okay, so if those are your favorite NBA players, who like growing up / I mean, it's crazy. It's probably the same girls you grew up looking up to, people you play against now, but who are those, 2 or 3 players?
I'd probably say like Maya Moore, Tamika Catchings, Candace. Like they were and are great. And so being able to play against, for one, with Tamika, like breaking a record that she set, I'd be texting her like, so are you going to like tell people or what? Because she was on the radio like in Chattanooga not too long ago. And I was like, she was just talking and stuff. I said, make sure you tell the people how I broke your record. And so now she's in Cleveland for another event. I was like, now you're in my hometown. Like you're just trying to clear everybody's minds, huh? Just giving her a hard time. But playing against Candace and just being able to like talk to her and, her have good things to say about my game, like as it being one of the future faces of the league is just great. And then Maya Moore, like her name speaks for her itself. You can just imagine what she's done and especially what she's still doing now.
Especially off the court. Yeah, it's incredible what she's doing.
Crazy. Speaking of WNBA, like not to get serious here, but to get serious, like, there's a serious disparity when it comes to salary, and you're the best rookie in the league right now, and you're up at 1:30 in the morning in Belgium playing professionally because you need to make, not that you need to make more money, but, you have a couple months off and it's helpful. Yeah. And like there's no NBA players are probably focusing on their recovery during their off time. So I don't know, go on your soapbox a little bit. Like, what's that like? How do you guys kind of work through that? When does it kind of hit a threshold where you don't have to go overseas anymore? Explain that to us.
Well, I feel like for one, overseas, I feel like it would be a great experience for anybody. Even if you feel like you don't need to, because some players don't, just to say that you have been to work on your game and, get that extra money that you may need. It was helpful to come back to the league anyways, because our season is so short and you have a lot of time to develop yourself in the off season. But I would say like with us, like the game is constantly growing, and especially we have so many like new young faces coming in, bringing a ton of fans. The pay will hopefully get better, especially with like us bringing attention to it and, constantly talking about it, like what we want to see happen, what we need, like charter flights, like I would say we need that. But just, comparing it to the NBA, everybody's always praising them like, oh, how do they do it? How do they do this, that? Like we play year round.
Yeah.
And nobody's like, we have mothers in the league and nobody's like saying anything like, okay, they're fathers, but they didn't really give the birth. But like,
they didn't really grow a living thing for 9 months.
And can come back and play. Like one of my teammates, Cheyenne, like her daughter is so cute, but she had her baby in December. Everyone's playing again, and we started in May. So, wow. And she looks good too. We were like, yeah. But like, I feel like hopefully that it gets better because especially what happened with BG, like not a lot of people wanted to play overseas this year, especially in Russia. And so just, having that sense of not needing to come over here and I would say maybe like wanting, because some people do want to come and like explore and go to different countries and, just to play instead of having to worry about the paycheck that comes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just, I don't know, like explain the overseas life is like different. It's not just that you're like in a different country, like there's no washer machines, like you don't have an oven, like you can't drive and you have to drive stick. Like there's just so many lifestyle changes that have to happen to do that. And it's not just like I'm in a different country. Like your lifestyle is so different for that time period. So I don't know, just talk about that a little bit.
Oh yeah, with Italy, so there's not dryers, so for when you have to hang all of your clothes,
Jeez.
it's so annoying because like my towels used to be so soft and now they're not as soft. But
Big thing.
Italy is very clean and very quiet. Like compared to America, like they have to separate their trash, like plastics, compost, like regular trash, like boxes and stuff like that. It is different, but it's also kind of the same. I would just say it's very quiet and, not a lot of people recognize me. So, which I like. So I just go on about my business.
Crazy. I know Z is trying to figure out right now, like what's her next thing after playing. And for volleyball, it's like a little bit different. Obviously, we don't have the WNBA of volleyball yet. It's coming. Like, I'm sure you've seen. Yeah, AU's making its way. And there's a few others that are definitely going to grow in the next few years. But the biggest option is overseas. And it's it's a tough option. Like, you're kind of stuck like, okay, do I just finish my volleyball career or play AU for, 2 months? Or do I go to a whole other country, probably by yourself with a language you don't understand? Like, it's just so crazy that us females do that. But, if you have a gift, then it's hard to like feel like you're like wasting it too.
But also like being over here, like whatever you need in the States, like you would have to bring it, like hair stuff, like food seasonings, like you need to bring all of that. If there's any doubt, like, am I gonna need this? Bring it.
Jeez.
That's so stressful to me. I can't pack for like a 2-day trip, let alone packing to move. I would be having an aneurysm in here trying to figure out what I would be taking with me.
But I would say like for clothes and stuff, because you really don't need a lot. I really wear like maybe like 3 or 4 pairs of sweatpants and hoodies every day.
Right. Just like loungewear.
What
is like we have a lot of friends that play volleyball professionally, but what does like a basketball schedule look like on like a day-to-day basis?
So before this last break, like we would have practice in the morning for lifting and shooting, and then practice in the evening for like actual practice and like over the plays and stuff. But right now we're only practicing once, which is great, but it's just really late. Like we practice at 5 o'clock.
Why?
And nobody wants to do that because then I don't know. Because now like we have all day to sit around and, be sluggish and do nothing and then come into practice and it just carries over. Whereas practice in the morning, like we'll have the energy and we get done and we can actually go and enjoy Italy and like view all of the great views that they have. But we don't get a lot of time off. Like tomorrow we'll have a day off, but we travel tomorrow. So
where are you in Italy?
Yeah, it's like an hour from Venice.
That is so cool. Ryan, Z and I are going overseas in 2 weeks. See, is that right?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I know. We're going.
And Z just said she don't know how to pack.
I don't know I still don't know what to pack. Like I'm stressed about what suitcase to take.
Where y'all going?
Don't let her fool you. She just bought a crap ton of clothes for the trip, so I'm sure she has clothes to wear.
Oh no! Having clothes is not the problem. It's deciding which ones to take. We're going to Paris, and then we're going to Béziers, France, which is where Madison and Avery play. See them. Then we're going to go to Barcelona and then Geneva, Switzerland. Getting a lot in a short amount of time.
Trip.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I've never been to Europe. Z's been to Europe last year, so. And then one of our other friends is going to, but it's going to be crazy.
I like Nutella.
Do we like what?
Nutella.
Yeah.
So they have these like little cookies here. They're called Nutella biscuits.
Okay, noted.
Your favorite thing you've had in Italy thus far?
They're so good. I took some to Blair. She ate a whole bag in 2 days.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Do you still talk to Blair quite a bit?
Yeah, they're playing right now, but I was also watching AU.
They're playing A&M right now. It's a big one for them.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
I know. We talked to Blair at the beginning of the season and she was like, I am an old lady on this team. Like she is so much older than those girls.
Engaged. She's got her own house.
She's been the old lady of the team for 4 years
25. Yeah, she's been old lady since she got here.
She, what was it? Our junior year, she was older than our seniors.
I didn't know she was that old.
There's old, yeah. Sorry, BZ, if you're listening to this.
Yeah, she better listen. Okay, Ryan, we have some like kind of like funny questions to ask you at the end, just for like, you know, stories and things like that. What was your most embarrassing basketball memory?
Most embarrassing. I'll say all of my like embarrassing stuff happened in practice, like tripping over the ball and stuff.
Always. Ryan Howard the GOAT doesn't get embarrassed in games.
Can't do it. Cause like every time like somebody would fall in practice, like Dan would make a GIF or a GIF, whatever y'all say, about it. And I have a couple, like once, like I stepped on the ball, like completely rolled over the ball, did a whole complete tumble, like it was so bad.
We might need that video. We might need that video for a clip. I think our guys will want that.
Just gonna sneak it in there.
Yeah, exactly.
What was like your welcome to the league moment? Like, wow, like I'm in the pros for real. Like someone busted your butt. Like I'm in the pros.
I'll probably say second game against Washington at Washington. Very physical game. Like I didn't score. I mean, I shot terrible, and so then I stopped shooting as much, but it was just a bad game. I was like, damn.
You were able
to bounce back next game. Like,
yep. You were able to say that so quickly too. I think all of us like we can just point to the worst game where we're like, oh my god, I want to be
just delete that whole game from any type of history.
I have like 6 games like that in mind for myself. Probably more.
I can only name one Z of yours.
Which
of
one?
Yours? Purdue.
Oh, Elite 8. Purdue.
Elite 8.
2020. I wanted to sub myself out. I was looking at Craig like, Craig, are you going to pull me out or do I have to do it? Like, I'm looking at waiting for someone to come get me at the line. It didn't happen. We have to dub though. I guess that's all that matters.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Ryan, what's your favorite place to play at? It can be college. Well, let's do college. Let's do college and WNBA.
College favorite place was probably Tennessee. Just because I was from Tennessee, and it's like just great to humble the fans a little bit. Favorite place in the league is probably Vegas.
I'm sure.
Dang.
It gets lit in there. Aside from home is Vegas.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw a lot of videos that the Dream posted. You guys get like kind of nasty crowds, like lots of people. They're rowdy. Atlanta's like that though,
and it's Atlanta, so it's like everybody's into it. Like things swag surfing, now the whole crowd swag surfing. Like they really stood beside us, and it was great. You could just feel the energy like throughout the whole game. Like it would get so loud in there.
That's crazy. That's
so
awesome.
Cool.
That's what the WNBA needs.
Yeah,
it's gonna keep expanding. That's awesome.
Yeah, and the more like young people you can get in there too. Like I don't know how they can do that, their marketing and stuff, but you need young people to fill the crowd to then eventually be old people. You know, it'll grow.
Yeah.
It'll grow.
Ryan, one piece of advice, your best piece of advice that you could give to everyone listening.
Everyone listening, I would say always believe in yourself, even if nobody else does. Like my sophomore year, I think Coach Mitchell had us all like choose our favorite quote, and like he had shirts made, and my quote was, "If nobody thinks you can, then you have to," which is just like nobody, like if they don't think that you can, like who cares? Like that's them. You know you can do it, so go out there and show them, and prove them to be wrong, and just add them to the list and move along, and just continue to be great for yourself. Like at the end of the day, you're doing everything for yourself. And just trying to be the best person that you can be. Like, you don't have to always try to, make somebody else happy or, put somebody else's thoughts and opinions ahead of yours and ahead of how you view yourself, just because they're like, oh, she's not this, she's not that. But deep down inside, like, you're that girl. Or that dude. Like, you're all that in a bag of chips. Like, don't let nobody else tell you otherwise.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, Ryan, Z and I's like favorite, I don't know, we've kind of just been saying it the last few years, is delusional confidence. I don't even remember why the story, Taylor. Do you?
Yeah, it was a video of, or not a video, Kellen Grady was telling me that he was in the gym.
Granddad.
KG granddad was telling me he was in the gym with Austin Rivers, and Austin Rivers, like, there was Katie was in the room, like there's all these great players in the room, and Austin Rivers is like, I'm the best player in here. And everyone's like, no, you're not. But I mean, like his confidence is like so delusional, like he thinks that, and that's why he's so good. And so we try to have delusional confidence in all areas. I didn't study for that test last night, but I'm probably gonna pass anyways. You know what I mean?
It's light work.
Yeah, that's how it works. So anyways, you can use the little delusional confidence. We say it all the time.
I'll make sure to tag y'all.
Yeah, appreciate it. Rhyne, thank you so much for real this time. Z, I can't believe I forgot that. That's like my favorite question ever.
Thanks, Rhyne.
No problem.
But we appreciate you. Good luck the rest of the year. Travel as much as you can. Make sure you post so we can see all the beautiful places you go to.
Yeah.
Got you. I'll start taking some more pictures.
Yeah, we need that. All right.
Thanks, Rhyne. Appreciate you.
Rhyne. See you, girl.
Thank you. See y'all.
See ya.